Oh, hello, yeah. Well, one of the problems with all the lefties in this country, the wokeists, all that lot, right? Is they just don't learn lessons from history, do they? I was thinking about 1066 and the Battle of Hastings the other day, and, well, in my opinion, what Harold Goodwinson did wrong was, well, he just had a whole bunch of government employees with him, and, when push came to shove, they just all lay down at the job, got to about 5 o'clock in the evening, and they all just decided to just basically go home and let a whole bunch of foreigners in, and who ended up basically taking their jobs, didn't they, and imposing an entirely different culture on the country. Dreadful. Yes, if only you'd had a privatised army, that would have been the sensible thing to do. And of course, lessons from history are important because, well, good grief, you can think about all those things that we enjoy these days, like, I don't know, let's say a weekend. Yes, those things that are just a natural outcropping of the capitalist society, aren't they? Yeah, we just, Saturday and Sunday, that's good. Yeah, why? Well, because various people decided that rather than working 16 hours a day, about 7.5 days a week, it might be an idea to do a bit less, for our own mental health. Still, never mind, these days people are seeing the absolute folly of such notions and are pushing back against it. I mean, the latest one is, well, definitely having a go at South Cambridgeshire County Council for having a 4-day week. And apparently it's a very, very bad idea, like everybody said it would be, even though oddly loads and loads of surveys from around the world and indeed, the evidence of your own eyes about how nice it is to have the weekend might prove otherwise. But, that's just me sort of knowing things. But our political class, of course, who really do know things and know loads about running councils, won't really have any sort of truck with such notions about facts or reality, or indeed actual on-the-ground experience of things. Yes, I might also point you to the latest Reform Council idea, which is basically to get rid of, taxi provision for young people, which is obviously a very, very bad idea. You don't want young people going to school, do you? No, what you want to do is get rid of that provision because there's no real benefit, and those people that just can't be bothered to walk that extra 7 miles to school really, really, really don't deserve to go. Probably, and I could certainly, if that's put into place, I could certainly see no problems down the line with that because I'm just too stupid to do so. Such it is with our glorious 18 and 19-year-old council leaders from Reform who definitely know everything about everything because but a year ago they were doing A-level politics or something similar. Which of course brings us very, very neatly to Danny Kruger, who's an ex-Etonian naturalik who has had no jobs outside of think tanks or basically the Conservative parties, who has come up with the brainy, brilliant idea of basically just getting rid of the government. Yeah. No point in having civil servants because after all they don't do exactly what you want, no matter how brainy your idea is, like, I don't know, sorts of things that reform councils might come up with, and he's just decided that that's going to be their platform policy. And of course all the libertarians are cheering that on because we all know that one civil servant is one too many, and they're all lazy as well, aren't they? Lazy, just like poor old Harold Goodwinson's housecarls, just lying down on the job, always demanding things like a decent burial. Yes, indeed. But I mean, why bother stopping there? Why not simply get rid of all MPs? After all, they too do often vote against very, very sensible things like what the Reform Party come out with. I mean, you might think of Liz Truss, who would have just been the most brilliant PM ever if only her ideas had been properly implemented by, those gits in government. So just get rid of government. Get rid of, the reform councils. Why bother having votes? After all, it's only just common sense. We don't need votes on common sense, do we? No. Like we shouldn't really need votes on all of the brilliant things that all of the brilliant boys, and they are always boys, aren't they? Yes, let's face it, even Sarah et al., it's always the boys at Reform are going to come out with. Because, of course, you can look at the others and their vast experience in business. Yes, like Richard Tice. Yes, had years and years of working in finance. So, by God, if they pay for a report from an accountant, they might well get the accountant to tell them what's in it. And by God, it had better say the right things, otherwise they'll go to a different accountancy firms, because that's the way the business works, isn't it? Yes. Still, never mind. Let's face it, you are lazy. Your knowledge is absolutely useless. And by God, I think we need more of these people in who will come in and make the right decisions. And even if it appears to be the wrong decision and nothing works whatsoever, a bit like now, it can't possibly be their ideas. Let's face it, it must be me and the people like me that just aren't working hard enough. And by God, that's the reason why we all speak French, isn't it? Possibly. Anyway, do have a lovely, lovely day if you can do. And remember, just work a lot harder. Because after all, there's no point in investing like what the rich people do if the gits, the working class, won't actually pull their finger out and do their fair share of the work. By which I mean all of it and then a bit more. Do have a lovely day, and if it is raining outside, just think, well, never mind, you can just walk in it. After all, they didn't as children, but they know what's best. They know what's best. That's just so much better than us.